I'm Casey Calvert.
I'm Leanna Lovings.
I'm Corey Chase.
I'm Bree Mills, and you're listening to the Adult Time Podcast.
I want to play a game called Desert Island with you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. The first question is, okay, so let's assume you have to go to a deserted island.
Okay.
Okay. And you can only bring one fellow porn star on this island with you for an eternity. Because you will both survive. Okay. This island has a lot of resources. It doesn't have any other people, and there's no means of escape or ever being rescued or visited. But you will eat well. There's lots of water. You will survive. So if you could bring only one fellow colleague to the island, who would that be?
I was just, as you said that, thinking, would it be a guy or a girl? And that's why my head was like, oh, because that's a choice too.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would pick a female because I value the friendship more than I value the sex.
Mm-hmm.
But there could also be sex.
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds, as they say, in lesbian dynamics, in same-sex dynamics. Yeah.
And my best girlfriend in the industry who like gets me and we were really close is Katie Jane. So I would bring Katie Jane.
Nice.
She's just really a great friend.
Yeah.
And that is hard to find these days. And sometimes, especially in an industry like this where it's, a lot of people and you don't necessarily have a community because we're not going to work every day in an office and seeing each other. It's not that type of environment. So yeah, that would be Katie.
So shout out to Katie Jane.
Yeah, love you.
So Katie Jane and you are on this island. Okay, let's imagine that. Like I said, there's no rescuing, there's no visitors, but one day a parcel arrives from the sky.
Ooh.
Okay, and it contains a sex toy.
Oh, okay.
What would that sex toy be?
It's the magic wand vibrator, like for both of us.
Yeah.
Hands down. We can share one, but it would be great if you could drop 2.
Now, can you explain to everybody, because the only response that I ever hear when asked a question about sex toys is the magic wand, is the Hitachi. So for those who are living under a rock, what is this literal magical device, and why should you either have it for yourself or get it for your partner?
Okay, so it was marketed as a muscle massager, like an intense spot, kind of like what we have now with those little guns that like massage you, except it was just the vibration. But to be fair, I think that might have all been in marketing and not so much like the people who, if you know, you know. But it's one of those things where it's too intense if you are not ready for it. But the more that you experience your sexuality and the more that you like experiment with it, and it only really has 2 levels, high and higher. And so for a beginner, it is not the way to start. And I think that might be where people get too freaked out by it. But it is basically just a giant vibrator. All it does is vibrate. I don't think it's meant to be inserted, but I guess you could. There's not that much insertable potential. So
yeah.
And it's pretty wide. So I don't know.
Yeah, it would be an impressive insertion.
I think that would be definitely somebody had a size fetish.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
And it just vibrates. It vibrates really strong and very consistently, and it doesn't have those stupid vibration patterns that come with all the other toys that are so unnecessary. If you're watching this, companies that make those, stop it. Just make it vibrate more, harder. Don't need to go like.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody that actually uses those functions. Yeah.
Like, is this kind of like buy one get one type of situation where like you make me feel like I'm getting something extra, but really it's just like you have too many of these and you're trying to get rid of them?
Or I mean, it always happens when you're doing like website development or any kind of like product development where there's like one feature people actually want, and then you spend all your time making all these bells and whistles that those are the additional vibrator functions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally unnecessary. And not strong enough of a vibration either, because maybe the pattern could be something if it was like the same intensity as like level 1 of the Hitachi or magic wand.
But as you said, level 1 of the Hitachi is already like it's
true. It's not for
intense.
beginners.
No. So okay, this is maybe a pro tip that you could give, right? Like, so for someone who's going to use a Hitachi, it is an intimidating thing. And you can hurt yourself.
And they're huge.
And they're
like
big,
the size of them. Most of them plug into the wall, the good ones.
Yeah.
The vibrator, the ones that like you can recharge are all right, but it just doesn't have the same power as a motor plugged into the electricity.
So how do you like advise people to start with a Hitachi? Because
over your
just
clothes.
Go,
totally
over
over your clothes. I even still like it. Like I like to wear panties and do it over my panties just because it's enough of like a muffling that it also kind of distributes it differently. And a little bit of cotton makes a big difference.
Yeah, you need a bit of a shield.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Okay, so we've established you and Katie Jane with ideally 2 Hitachis on a deserted island. All right, so my last question in this scenario is, other than all of the resources that sustain you, if you could have one other item that you would use to entertain yourselves for those many, many, many years, what would you want to bring?
Like a Spotify subscription.
Yeah.
Because we totally have satellite.
Yeah. No other internet access but Spotify. Yeah.
We're both very musical. She's DJ KJ and she like plays music every time we get together, and she's pretty good at like coming up with the playlists and stuff. And I love music. I know lyrics to a lot of songs. Like learning lyrics is my thing. I don't know. Some people are really good at math. Lyrics is the gift I was blessed with. And so I know a lot of music and I just enjoy it so much, all types of genres. So that's something that we would both find entertaining.
That's very, that would be a kind of a sweet island to
just 2 girls with their
stumble
Hitachis.
upon, and then their playlist.
It's very simple to please us.